What religion is your family?
Conflicted, so nothing happened.
So
nothing came of it. My mom was Protestant. My dad is like Irish Catholic.
Oh. Yeah, my mom has been through several religions, and my dad is...
She collects them.
Well, she's spiritual.
Oh, she's one of those people.
Yeah, which means...
I'm not specifically religious, but I'm spiritual.
Well, she believes in God, but she doesn't believe in a specific set of rules for that God. So, just...
Alright, that's actually a little better than I expected. I thought you were saying, like
she's not, like, into the magic
like
stones
moon
or whatever.
goddess and crystals in your bedroom.
Yeah, no. Spiritual meaning, I believe in God, but I don't know of any one religion that fits.
That's okay. That's a reasonable belief. It's just when you start being like, I pray to the moon goddess and put crystals in my bedroom that make me grow taller and shoot lasers from my eyes.
Pretty sure that's not how that works either.
I'm exaggerating, but it's still like crystal healing is a thing to some people.
It's not. It's just like it's like a
Placebo.
Placebo, yeah. Like sugar pills.
Placebo is actually surprisingly effective, though,
yeah.
which is kind of weird.
If you think that it'll work, it'll work.
Well, I guess if it helps people, I shouldn't shit on it.
Yeah.
I'm just a jerk.
Some people...
Turning ghosts into portraits.
For some people, it's just like, it's a hobby, but they also get, like a fulfillment out of it they don't get from other things, because they feel like they're part of something bigger, which I guess is comforting in its own way. But for me, I stay out of it. I'm not involved.
Neville, Lydia, and Chauncey.
Chauncey.
Oh, Chauncey. He has
Chauncey is such like a pompous name.
Yeah, I don't know what, like, is that British?
I don't know, but I've only ever heard it for like babies. I haven't heard it for like adults.
No one lives to adulthood when your name is Chauncey.
I guess not.
It's a cursed name.
I don't know anyone named Chauncey.
Chauncey.
I wouldn't choose to name anyone Chauncey. I feel bad if your name is Chauncey.
I hate the recent popular names for children.
What are they?
Like Brooklyn, Nevaeh.
Nevaeh
especially gets on my nerves. Did you know that it's heaven backwards? Yes, I fucking knew, and it's still stupid.
It's dumb.
It was always dumb. I should just start
it's like naming your baby Alucard.
For Dracula.
Yeah.
Dracula.
Dracula.
It's Dracula backwards. But like, who is like, oh, just pick a random word, spell it backwards, it's kind of a name.
Nevaeh. It doesn't even sound very good. Okay.
My child is named Asich. It's cheese backwards.
I don't know why you want to name your baby Cheese.
So they'll have cheese in their life,
I
clearly.
Guess if you like cheese.
They'll probably like cheese, or they'll hate it because you named them Asich. I was trying to think of something else that's really stupid to name your kid backwards.
Yeah, Brooklyn. Aiden.
Ugh. Ugh.
Dylan. I hate the name Dylan.
Dylan.
Logan. Ugh.
Logan isn't quite as bad, but in numbers I would dislike it. If there's too many Logans, then I would not be a fan.
Logan just sounds like a douchebag frat boy name. And it also sounds like it just reminds me of the airport. Logan Airport.
Yeah. Got kind of a bad rap after forever. I hate Logan. Logan is the airport you go to because it's the airport in Boston.
Yep.
Not because you want to. Although now we're pretty close to Manchester, but not as many flights fly out of Manchester.
It's cheaper and supposedly easier to get through. So.
What, Manchester?
Yeah.
Yeah. But there aren't as many like international flights and things out of Manchester.
True, but where are you gonna go that's international?
I don't know. Where am I gonna go? Period. I don't have money.
Well, you could go to Vegas.
Get money. I think a lot of people go to Vegas with that plan and don't end up on it. What I should do is find a mansion full of ghosts, because then I will get riches.
And just like steal all the money.
Yeah, and just rob ghosts. Yeah, just like steal all the shit in the mansion. No one cares. The people who own this place are ghosts, which means they have no rights apparently.
You'd think somebody somewhere would have like been like, I own this property, so I'm gonna tear it down.
In a world where ghosts are real, like, do ghosts like keep stuff when they die, or like does it go to their kids?
According to this, they don't have rights to anything anymore.
You can just take ghost stuff because fuck them, they're ghosts.
I don't know. I don't believe that ghosts exist in the real world. So that being said, they belong to the next of kin or the person that owns the property.
Well, but in this world, ghosts are clearly real. So I don't know. It seems kind of mean to come in here in general, except that they kidnapped Mario. Because
so
Mario's
basically,
an idiot.
they're asking for it.
It's like, you started this fight, now I'm gonna suck every single one of you up and make you into a painting.
That's what I would do.
Hate these little masked guys with the pitchforks.
They're shy guys. They're ghost shy guys.
Who killed them? You, probably.
Yeah, maybe.
Mario. Mario killed them all, and it's like, hey, they went in my way.
It's kind of dark, if you think about it. Like, these are the ghosts.
This is everything Mario killed in the other games.
Spirits.
There should be dead Goombas. Like,
yeah, there should
Goomba corpses in the basement, like, just littered with them.
Vengeful corpses.
What the hell is this thing?
It's a dancing couple.
I see.
And you have to, like, wait till they bow to suck them up.
Wait till they bow to suck them.
Yep.
That's what she said.
That's not clever. You're not funny.
I'm not clever.
Yeah.
You know, people often tell me, you're not clever, you're not funny. Get off the internet. No one's ever said that.
To you?
No. Well, actually, surprisingly. People have been jerks to me on the internet, but they've never told me to leave. Have people told you to leave the internet?
There have been people who've been very, very rude
like the
to
girl
me.
who was convinced that you're sending her death threats?
Yeah, I don't really want to talk about her.
Okay.
Specifically...
Because she'll, like, find it and, like, hunt you down.
I, for the record, I did nothing. But I know that there are people out there that are very, very passionate about what they
That's
believe.
a safe word.
About what they believe and what they want to be true. But
And they were abducted by aliens too.
I want
Ghost aliens.
to make this abundantly clear that I am very much not a fan of conflict and would never.
Maddie doesn't do stuff, so if you ever think Maddie did a thing, she probably didn't.
I stay the hell out of it. Ah, fuck these guys.
No, I won't. I wonder what determines your ghost color. Like,
what you did.
I was red when I was alive.
Maybe they're murderers. Maybe the red ones are murderers.
And the pink ones were rapists?
Yeah, and like the orange ones are just guys that died due to unfortunate circumstances.
Vitamin C overdoses?
Maybe.
No, stop.
Well, the ones that are red are usually the ones that like grab you, so maybe they're the rapists. And the pink ones just kind of punch you. But so do the orange ones, so...
This game is weird in that you have a heart meter.
You do have a heart meter.
But not in, like, the traditional, like, Mario where you had, like, the circle thing. It's just, like, a heart and a number. Sorry to jump topics like that. I just, like, started looking at it and it's weird.
It's different, but it's not anything, like, out of the ordinary. Like, you can still gauge where you are health-wise.
I suppose. A little easier, even. A little... I guess the other one comes up only when you're hurt, but that makes sense.
So right now I have, like, a B- in health.
On a grading scale.
Grade speaking, yes.
Yeah, you still have to take the final, but you're okay. I don't know if everyone's school did that, but at our school, if senior year, if you had over an 85, you didn't have to take the final.
How it worked in my school is that you were always given an option whether or not you wanted to take the final.
Interesting.
But
would that ever improve your grade?
well, how it was is like you have a choice whether or not you want to take the final, but you know it's also going to directly impact your grade. So you can have like a C- in class and not take the final and
then
fail.
you have a C-. Oh, you mean it still counted no matter what?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's terrible. No, that was not how it worked at our school.
So if you had like you have to gauge it. So if you have like a B+ in class, you probably wouldn't have to take the final, but you'd still get like a D+.
So yeah, you had to take the final at your school. Is basically what
More or less. I mean, if you had an A, you'd still.
I was
pass.
saying at our school, if you had over a B+, then you could choose not to take it, and it would not impact your grade. You would still have a B+.
Even if I had an A in the class, I would always still take the final, just because.
Well, yeah, because it counted against you. I'm saying it didn't count against you at our school. Our school is weird. Her school is weirder. She went to boarding school.
I did go to boarding school. And if you got anything,
how is that even a thing in this country? What are we, Hogwarts?
If you got anything below like a D+ in your classes, you could be expelled. So
it's like evil Hogwarts.
Yeah. And there were people that got expelled for dumb things. If you got caught smoking like once, they would expel you.
I'm not a fan of smoking in public.
Like if you got like caught in the
that's a little harsh.
If you were a girl and you got caught in the boys' dorms, you would get expelled.
Or the opposite as well?
I don't know if it was the opposite, because I did tell you that story about that one guy who wound up in my dorm room at like 3 in the morning.
Wait, what? I forgot about this.
It was a Korean guy, because my school was predominantly Asian, and there was a guy who was one of my roommate's friends.
Okay.
We were on the first floor, and he decided he was gonna sneak in through the window of our first floor dorm room and use my roommate's computer to play video games at 3 in the morning.
Makes sense.
So I woke up and I was like, "Son, what are you doing?" And he was like, "I'm just playing games." And it's like, it's 3 in the morning. What are you doing here?
And also, this is the girl's dorm.
Yeah.
But you didn't report him?
I didn't. I was tired. I was like, whatever. So I went back
so you just let him play.
It wasn't any of my business, and he was just like, "Yeah."
He was in your room.
I don't even care.
See, this is why I said Maddie doesn't do things. People break into her room.
I knew he wasn't a threat to
People
me.
break into her room, and she's like, "I'm tired. Just don't break anything."
Like, I knew he wasn't a threat to me, and my roommate trusted him. So it occurred to me that probably she had done this before. So.
What, when she wasn't your roommate?
Yeah, she had done some
boys sneaking in.
But she was like, you know, she
didn't care. Did they ever do anything?
No.
Lovers?
No. That's not how it was.
Korean lovers? You should have learned Korean, Maddie.
Alright,
from all the Koreans you were around. Wasn't it mostly Koreans?
Yeah, it was like 70% Korean. Let's see. Alright. So, I think I actually have to go back and get booze.
Gotta get booze.
I think that's what I have to do now.
My school was predominantly white people, but my classes were mostly Asian because they were honors classes and AP classes, which were so I had like a skewed version. I didn't look over the main population of the school. I'm like, no, we have a decent amount of Asians, and then like I look at the actual like entire yearbook and I'm like, oh wait, no, we didn't. It just seemed like it classes. Because in my classes there were a lot of Asians, which I don't know what that says about anything, but
it just means that it's part of the Asian culture to work hard.
Really hard. Some of them were really smart. Like the top 3 in my graduating class were Asian people. Actually, out of the top 10, I think like 9 of them were.
Yeah, I won't say I
get fucked, white people. You suck.
Know.
I didn't try in high school. I'm sorry. I am bamboo, if you please. How is that a pun? They're usually puns.
Some of them are. Some of them are just silly names. got a boo.
But my classes were Asians, and they were pretty much all people from their families were from Taiwan, almost entirely.
Yeah, I had a few Taiwanese friends. I don't claim to know an abundance about Asian culture in general. I just know that
I don't know, Jack.
according to the census, and according to like just in general, I've noticed that a lot of Asian children or a lot of people from Asian families tend to like value hard work and like perseverance.
Well, I also think it's partly the people who had to like build up the money to get here had to work hard anyway.
Yeah.
Although I don't know why that didn't happen from Europe. Why are we losers?
Well, I'd say that European immigrants came here probably a lot before a lot of.
I guess
Asian
our
immigrants.
ancestors were harder working, but we're just like we're so far removed from it that we're lazy.
Yeah.
But people whose families have come in like the past few generations work hard still.
Well, there is definitely people from every race that work hard.
True.
Yeah, it really depends on what kind of background you come from, or like how your parents are.
Tiger mom.
I don't know.
Either that or they're all super smart.
And some of them are just naturally brilliant, and there are some people that regardless of race, they're just naturally brilliant.
Want to play Game Boy Advance? That was a pun,
That
but
was-
not a good one.
That was bad.
And he goes through the wall with 6 health because they hate you. This is the dumbest part of the game, I think, is that boos can go through walls, but like they can just keep doing it.
Some of them have like 300 health.
So you basically have to chase them around half of the mansion and suck them up, and it's just like, oh, well, that was annoying.
Yeah,
And you can see the counter at the bottom. There's 50.
there's basically half the game.
Half the game is finding and sucking up the booze.
Yep,
And you have to do it. There are no side quests in this game.
you have to do it.
You have to do everything. Why I gotta do everything, Mario?
Why you make me do this, Mario?
Why do you have to get turned into a painting? I'm the cowardly brother. Says the TV show. The half live action, half cartoon TV show.
That show was very.
Swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go do the Mario.
It was a weird show.
It was a very weird show. I didn't watch it that often because I think it was on too early or something like that in the day. But I feel like I watched it when I was sick and when we had days off.
I don't even know what channel it was on.
It's probably like UPN. I don't know. I don't remember. Taboo. But the Mario like Super Show. The part that stuck with me more than anything was after every episode they would have an ad for the most recent Zelda episode, but I was not watching the original run of the show, so like because I'm not that old.
They came out like the 80s, was it?
Probably, I don't know. Probably around when the games came out, which was when we were like born.
Mm-hmm.
But because of that, they would have an ad every week for Zelda, and I'd be like, oh, there's a Zelda show? That looks awesome. It wasn't awesome, but
Bad.
it wasn't on either, so I never got to see the Zelda show until much later, and it was not worth the wait. Let me just tell you.
It was basically Link being rude. And
Link
Zelda
was like
being
a passive
rude.
aggressive. Like Link acted like he was being friend zoned. He's like one of those people on the internet who'd be like, "Girls just friend zone me all the time. Zelda's friend zoning me." It's like she's just not that into you, mostly because you're a huge jerk. Like, if girls aren't like interested in you, it's probably because you're a jerk,
Either
or you
that,
have
or
no
they just-
personality,
they-
or they just don't like
They
you.
don't like you. They're
Like,
not interested.
clearly they were not getting along. They were not meant to be. But he's like trying to force it. All he wants is like a kiss from her, but it's like she doesn't want to kiss you.
She doesn't
Give
like
it
you
up,
that
man.
way.
There's other girls in the world. I know they're not princesses, but you're the like chosen warrior or whatever at that point. Hero of time. Just go find another girl. Go get what was the girl from the cuckoo place? Lon or whatever. I don't know.
Malin.
Malin.
She was totally into him.
Malin was totally into him in the games, at least. So I feel like Show Malin would have been into him, so he could have just gone find her, or the fish girl. This was
Ruto.
much later, so that wouldn't have been on
Ruto
the show. But
was all over him.
Ruto wanted his babies, although that would be weird because she would lay the eggs and he just kind of squirt.
I don't know how Zora reproduction works.
That they lay eggs.
Yes, they do. Because of Majora's Mask. We know that.
Yep. Yeah, Link, there. I think sometimes there is a friend zone, but most of the people who think they're friend zone just have crippling personality flaws, and they don't realize it.
I could say that, all the friend zone is like, what if you met a girl that you liked, but you didn't want to date her? It's the same thing for girls.
Yeah.
Like, she's a good friend.
The
but
thing
I
is
would never date her.
with guys, like, if they're ever like super good friends, like you hang out like one-on-one all the time and like you're doing things, then like your only goal is to date that girl. Like, most guys aren't like, oh, I hang out with this girl all the time. Like, if that guy is single, they would ask the girl out.
No.
I don't know. Girls are different. Guys are stupid. Oh, Toad crying in a bathroom. And he dropped a key in a toilet.
I'm a very bad judge of that situation.
Judge of romance.
Because I've never been in the latter. That is, I've met guys that I wanted to, like, be friends with. But not anything other than that.